I can start off again being on Raw. So how Raw started off, it was Jay and Jimmy kind of reuniting and coming out. And I guess the match with them and Bronson was I guess already scheduled or something like that, but they pretty much came out to promote that match. So I would have started off like that with Jay and Jimmy coming out, but I would have also had a guy planted in the audience. And then when Bronson came out, and Bronson says, "Acknowledge the tribal thief." Jay and Jimmy do what they did and like roast him and say shit like that. And then at the end they say, "We not gonna acknowledge shit." And then Bronson Reed says, "That's a shame because now one of your fans has to pay." And then Bronson Reed pulls the guy from the audience and then clotheslines the shit out of him and then takes his shoes and then says, "That's gonna happen to both of you at a WrestlePalooza." And then like the security come and tries to like see, and, like tries to break everything up and everything like that. So that's pretty much how I would have had that segment go. Um, and then everything else, not everything else after that, but most of the stuff after that, from AJ Styles winning his El Grande Americano, I would have had that went exactly how it went. AJ Styles picking up the win, I thought it was a great decision. AJ Styles definitely should have won over El Grande Americano. And then after that, Raquel and Lyra went against each other, and I thought that was a good match. And Raquel picked up the win. I thought it was a good win for Raquel. She needs, of course, to beat more main eventers now to make her be even more authentic because I like the direction she's actually going. I really do like that. And I thought it was a good match. So Raquel was good for picking up the win. And then the AJ Lee segment, I would have had that pretty much go exactly how it went. Um, didn't have any problem. I like how AJ Lee came back and reintroduced herself and everything. So the rest of the show was pretty much good, but I think I would have also added a segment with the New Day. You did say they did had a segment though. I don't remember the segment with the New Day, but
They were
I
probably
would
like
have.
an extra in the background, like they're probably holding Papa John's box or something.
This is a fucking commercial in the show.
They just had them walk by as someone was getting stretchered out. They just walked by with the pizza under their arms. Like, wouldn't happen to me though.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So I would have just added a segment with the New Day, like talking to the Judgment Day, continuing in that form, that alliance from last week. And then as for the main event, I would have had that pretty much go how it did, not how it ended though. I would have had Reed pick up the win. Weed. Bronson Reed pick up the win, and then take LA Knight's shoes before Jimmy and Jay actually came out and helped him, and then it ended how it actually ended and stuff like that. And then him actually ended up taking the shoes and LA Knight having to walk back with barefoot and shit like that. So I'm truly trying to build off this Bronson Reed tribal thief trying to gimmick that they kind of placed upon us, even though WWE is not really trying to take advantage of it. So I think in the end, if it does end up being legit, then it can make Bronson Reed look good for his eventual, more than likely, well, not for Braun Breaker's eventual babyface turn, and then of course he's going to go against Bronson Reed. It will make Bronson Reed look more authentic and actually look more credible as actually threat to Braun Breaker when that actually happens and stuff.
Hold on.
What?
Let me make sure I'm hearing you correctly. So when the faction dissolves,
right?
You're saying Braun's going to be the face and Bronson's
yes.
going to remain a heel.
Yeah. Yes. With Seth. With Seth. Yes.
Oh, so
yeah, you know how it is. Like one person breaks away. I'm pretty sure Bronson Reed is going to stay with Seth. I don't think they're going to completely dissipate, and I don't think they're going to be like a tag team, Seth and Bronson Reed or anything like that. But I think they're kind of going to stay together. You know what I mean? As the henchman type. But so that's how I would have basically had Raw go. And yeah, so that's what I would have changed.